Welcome to this beautiful gallery at Marywood University. My name is Sister Cor Immaculatum, and I am a sister servant of the Immaculate Heart of Mary, Scranton, Pennsylvania. I studied art here at Marywood, and then I went on to the University of Notre Dame, where I really delved into sculpture, which is my love. There is so much that seems not to be beautiful. And yet if we look around us, everything shouts of the beauty and goodness of this earth, and to realize as stewards of creation, we have a message to give to the whole world, to touch the heart and soul and spirit that is within every single person throughout the entire world. The Native Americans have such love for nature and such respect for the earth. And even today, when we see what is happening with our earth and the challenge that we are being given is so important, the respect to use the earth with reverence, not to abuse it. Someday, after mastering the winds, the waves, the tides, and gravity, we shall harness for God the energies of love. And then, for the second time in the history of the world, man will have discovered fire. There was a young man from the Middle East who came here to college, and he really kept wondering, did he belong here? And he was able to read the Arabic, it's Gilshi Fikhwatu hello, which means everything in its own time is sweet. And that touched him so deeply that he said, yes, I do belong here. When I am touched by poetry, I find myself responding both in sculpture and in painting very differently. The host invites, come higher, friend, and he, accustomed long to bend a beggar's knee, O paradox of grace, falls now upon his face. His wants were myriad before, now need is single, anguished, sore, tersely compulsive, full of bliss, the need to adore, and only this. I took my inspiration from different parables. I always loved the Psalms of David. And so one of the first pieces I did was this piece, I Will Play Before the Lord. And this is David playing the harp. Usually, if you're going to enlarge something, you make a smaller figure. This is the small maquette. Here they are in plaster, and they all have X's, which means I use the pantograph to enlarge. These two girls are looking at the knowledge of the past and also what is still very much in the present that can be held in your hand, that you can turn the pages. And he, of course, has an iPhone. He's the future. These were to represent the knowledge of the past, what we have in the present, and what we are seeking for the future. Here's Francis. So he's 6 feet bronze. I put the animals all around Francis. In the little maquette, or the small model I made, this was to be in the woods in Elizabethtown, Pennsylvania. And so historically, it's a very special piece of property. The wolf over here is 4 feet. Joe is 5 feet in bronze. I love 3D. I just call this fragments. This clay ball, when it was very, very hot, I plunged it into a whole barrel of leaves, then into water. It gave all of these colors. Look at that. It's an old piece of wood that I found. There were 2 branches sticking out. I carved them off. It just turned into a figure. But look at the wonderful patterning here. This memorial was done from 1915 to the present, where every faculty member, name, rank, department, highest degree, and the dates of when they came to Marywood and when they retired. I also did Marywood's mace, and it's in 3 sections. Marywood's motto, Sanitas Scientia Sanctitas. I read the poem, The Queen of Seven Swords by Gilbert Keith Chesterton. It was written years ago, but it holds a message for us today, too. The poet has a dream, and everything is dark and decaying. He looks down and he can see an old, dilapidated shrine. In the center of it, she stands, the cause of our joy. From Mary's heart, 7 swords are coming out, and 7 sad knights come riding. They've lost their swords. Each of the 7 representing the European countries that had been such wonderful defenders of Christianity. She speaks, "Knew ye not, ye that seek, wherein I have hidden all things, strewn far as the last lost battle, your swords have met in my heart." The arts are so important. Artists have a special calling. We need to be challenged to live the truth, seek the good, and create the beautiful. All artists have a message to give. And don't be afraid to look further. Well, you had the grand tour. Thank you for listening, for seeing. Treasure in your heart all that you've seen and heard, and pass that beauty on to those you love. Take all of it into your own hearts and minds, and God be with you.